Okay, like I was saying, they followed me into the hospital, as always, and they brought their Mr. Little spray bottles with them. And the way that they were able to conceal it was by wearing those over the head hoodies with the little pockets. Um, they would just conceal it inside of a hoodie pocket. And when they were near me, they would mist me. The air I was going to breathe near my nose. Or in, they would walk in front of me and do it, so it would hit my face when I was walking. That went on throughout the entire hospital visit. So they were drugging me, or attempting to. It got to the point where I was just holding my clothes over my nose when we were in group, so that when they were trying to attempt to mist me, I wouldn't breathe it in. I'm not making it up. None of it. This is all 100% fact. They started the misting before I even went into the hospital, and before I even started going to the hotels. They started it with me at home, when I was still living at home, when I went out places and stuff. And they were revving their engines and going by my apartment and letting me know that something's up and I'm in trouble. And one night, when I was still living at home, before I started going to hotels, this is what prompted me to go to the hotels right here. Because, before that I was just staying in the cat room. I wasn't sleeping with him. So, one night, my boyfriend's not home. He usually is, but he's not. I don't know where he was. I forgot. The guy upstairs, I already know, is at the bar on the corner of where I live, because I just saw him there 10 minutes ago, because there's a dollar store right next to that bar, and I saw him over there. So when I got home, I heard somebody upstairs in his apartment, and what it sounded like, okay, this is exactly what it sounded like somebody was getting beaten and murdered. I'm not lying. That's exactly what it sounded like to me. So I called 911. I lied tonight to them and told them that I just hit somebody on a bicycle, because I didn't want the gang stalkers to think that I was tipping off the police, or the good police, or whatever. So I was trying to be crafty. I don't know. But, so they met me over near the bar and the dollar store. And I told them that I lied. And they're like, okay, well, we don't appreciate that. I'm like, well, I was doing it for my own safety, to get you here. I didn't want them to hear me. They did not go to that apartment to check it out. They did not even attempt to check it out. And they told me that my punishment for lying was to make me walk back home instead of driving me there. I mean, I just told these cops that I might have just heard a murder occurring in the apartment upstairs. And they didn't even check it out. Okay? What kind of world are we living in here? The more things occurred, the more I was convinced that my boyfriend was the guy that they were looking for. I mean, I'll get more into it in the next video, but I was just terrified of him, so I started staying in hotels, and then I ended up moving in with a friend because I ended up losing that apartment. And we were kind of split up a little bit because of what was going on. I was terrified of him. But then we ended up getting back together, and he moved into my friend's apartment with me. But I was still suspecting him of being the killer, as he was living there with me. I mean, he's such a freaking slob. I just found out that before I even moved to that other state with him, which was like a month later, that he tried sleeping with my friend. Like a month before I moved with him. So, he was nothing that he portrayed himself to be. So, there's always something in my eye. I'm honestly still convinced that he is that man. I think that he may be a gang stalker that's getting away with murder by being a criminal. It's very possible, because they're doing it. Did you hear how they're letting a whole bunch of criminals out of prison? You heard about that, right? Why? Don't let the fucking news tell you why. Figure it out for yourself. Why are they letting criminals out of prison? So they could be employees. Right? I'm guessing. Wait till I show you everything. I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell my story. It's amazing. It really is. God says that something good always comes out of something bad. He'll always turn it into good for you in one way or another. And he has. I mean, if it wasn't for that guy, I would have never learned about narcissism. Or the gang stalking. He pretty much, I don't know if he's just a bad actor or what, but he pretty much gave the whole thing away. He pretty much did. So, he helped my ass figure out what was going on without even realizing it. So I did get something good out of that relationship. I got a lot of knowledge out of it. A lot. I better go to sleep. I have to go to work tomorrow. I could stay up all night. I used to be a night owl. Up till 3, sleep till noon. Not anymore. So, I'll try to show you those pictures tomorrow and tell you a few stories about the whole thing. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm not accusing anybody of being a murderer here. I'm showing you the coincidences. And that I know that they will keep criminals out of prison if they do their dirty work for them. And it's possible that he's one of those people. Possible that he's one of those people. So, anyway, I'm going to go to sleep now, and I will see you tomorrow. I have to go print out some shit anyway. So, I'll print. No, actually, I can pull them right up on the laptop and show you. I don't even have to print them out. Alright, so I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night.